Hey everyone, I'm Batekia and welcome to this week's video. Hello everyone, I am a digital illustrator, as you may know, but what you may not know is that I have actually been trying my hand at animating. I don't think I'm good enough to consider myself a quote-unquote official animator, but I'm getting there. This week, I wanted to take you all with me as I try to create my first official short animation. Now, warning, I'm not very good at it. It may look a little wonky and choppy, but for my first animation, I'm actually quite proud of it. I thought I would share it anyways since, you know, we all start from somewhere, and I thought it would be good enough to share. Now here are the basic animation bits. Fair warning, I also don't know any animation terms. Y'all, when I say I'm new at this, I mean I'm like a newborn baby. Like, I don't know anything. So you're gonna have to hear me with my own alt terms, and I'll try to make it not confusing, but just bear with me. So the basic bits, foundation, bones, call it what you will, is the original version I have of this animation. I used this gif of Kikyo from Inuyasha for the basis of it. I figured if I'm gonna learn animation, I might as well learn frame by frame, which is quite helpful for me. I didn't strictly follow it per se, I kind of made it more dramatic in a sense, since I wanted to challenge myself a bit. It's all choppy right now, but that's the point. My goal was to capture the key moments. I'm assuming they're called keyframes in animation. Again, don't come for me if I'm wrong. I'm new. Remember, baby? Since I made this little choppy keyframe version of my animation, I have to figure out a way to make it flow better. I played the video over and over until I noticed where it looks the most choppy, where it doesn't flow together, and then I just pause and make a new frame that transitions from the former to the other. I did this for every frame that felt choppy. After doing that for a bit, I ended up with this. It's a bit better, but there are a few frames still that stood out as too choppy for my taste, so back to adding frames I go. I did this 2 more times until I was satisfied before going to the line art, and the results were this. Now that I'm happy with the overall flow of the frames, it's time for the line art. That process was just doing the line art frame by frame and copying pasting a few repeating features that kind of continue on to the next frame, because I work smarter, not harder. And the result was this. Now for coloring. First, I masked out the area of where I need the color to be. And then I go back and color in each frame the corresponding color. After that, I add the background. I also make sure it moves along with the animation. And as for shadows and highlights, I try to make sure it flows together the same method I did in the initial stages when everything looked choppy. I would look between each frame and make sure that the movement of the shadows and the highlights makes sense. And with all that, my first animation ever is finished. Okay, so yes, it's still a bit messy at few parts. To be honest, I tried my best to fix it, but this is the best that I could muster for my first ever animation. But I am very proud of it. I mean, I have to be kind to myself. It's my first time, you know? So I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys like it? And if you're an animator, please feel free to give me some tips on how I could better those moments that feel choppy and, you know, not flowy together. Does it make sense? I'm trying to make sense here. I want to get better at animation, so please feel free to give me any tips that you guys have. But that's all from me for now, and I hope to see you guys next week. Bye now.